Okay, hello everyone. I'm Ragnar Sepp from ByCycle Working Tool, and today we have the second part of our workshop, Personal Organization with ByCycle. Today we will have practical part of the seminar, and we are together with our good friend Chishomyo Munyama from Nativity Box Studio from Zambia. And Chishomyo, hello.
Hi.
Hi, nice to have you.
Hello.
And after this week, after we have the first time, could you please share some of your insight? What was helpful? What wasn't helpful that much? What actually you managed to apply in your regular life?
Some of the helpful things that were very applicable from last week's seminar were things to do with proper planning, planning of projects, making sure to think, and also making sure to value time by making a schedule to follow. So something like a weekly planner and a daily planner as well. I think those are some very valuable things I learned from last week's seminar, and they've really helped me be efficient even in my game box activities.
Very good. Actually, I was also thinking a bit about all those ideas, and I have
Mm.
some new, very powerful insights to share with you today, which actually helped me personally a lot, and I hope that it will help you to go through some harsh times. Since again, being an entrepreneur, it's not a walk in the park. It's like building
Mm.
a railroad in front of moving train. You know, it's a lot of pressure, a
Mm.
lot of stress. Sometimes you go depressed, sometimes you feel yourself miserable, sometimes you feel that people around you hate you or that nobody cares about you, this kind of stuff. And
Mm.
understanding what's in your control and what's outside of your control, and being able to focus to keep your attention on something what's inside of your control, it's actually this powerful thing which really helps to move forward despite any losses or any drawbacks. Okay, so then without further ado, let's move to our practical session. We have here about 7 points to discuss, but we'll go really fast through them. So I hope that we will not go over 30 minutes time. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Very nice. So let's go then. So welcome to ByCycle. Let's start from the task section. As you remember from our first part of our seminar, personal organization, idea of personal organization, it's first of all
Mhm.
get into efficiency, become efficient, and the essence of organization, what's we actually organizing, it's work. Yeah, and what is work? Work is a focused activity to achieve specific result. And to simplify it, because work it's a bit broad category, a lot of stuff can be understood by work. For essence of personal organization, we're dealing with three major elements. They are task, event, and project. Basically, that's it. So wherever work you have, it will always be or task or event or project. They have some similarities, and they have also some different details. But what's important, we have them in ByCycle. So first of all, task. Yeah. In task, we keep all our active work, what we want to do, not like for this week or today, like in general. So you have some again, we utilize the cycle of think, plan, create, report, right? And when you are recording something, or when you are thinking something, or when you are planning or creating, you get some ideas. You think, oh, maybe I could do this work as well. Maybe I could do this work as well. Maybe this work would be helpful. At some point, you understand that you cannot do one specific work without completing another work. So that's this stuff. So then you go to task and you just put this work here inside, and you can create task in two ways. One way is a fast way, so you click here, create new task, and you just write new awesome work, for example. And then if you want, you can add some type, client to date. Here, or if you have a team already, then you have additional. But right now, we assume that you are alone, so we will not go into team management routine right now. And then just click enter. That's it. So it's like for fast creation. When you have some yeah. So when you have some specific details which you really would like to remember, then you can create task. We are using this plus button. So you create, and then you go inside of the task profile, and then you write, like, for example, task with details, or with algorithm. So for example, you have ideas, first step, right? Second step, third step. That's it, simple as that. So you just write them, you click on it and just start writing. Then you push enter, and it goes down itself. And information. Also, if you have teammates, you can communicate with people in chat and doing stuff, right?
Awesome. Okay. And collaborate with them.
Yes, exactly. Yes, for example, as it is here, I was thinking about pricing update. Yes, so I add additional details here about information. I communicated with one team member about this a little. I wrote some algorithm, everything just to simplify my work. So as you already know, breaking down a task into step of algorithm really helps you, because sometimes, for example, pricing update, and you think, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that, and it becomes so heavy, you know, and it's then you forget about something, and then you actually do not want to deal with this task anymore, since it's become already way too complicated and unpleasant. But when you divide it into small steps, it's, remember this example with watermelon. It's like cutting this watermelon into pieces, and then you can enjoy
to smaller pieces.
Exactly, and then you can enjoy your work. So what's important here, I believe, with adding and entering tasks, everything is more or less clear, right? So you just click twice on the line and it opens the profile. So you go inside. Here on the right side, we have status buttons, so-called status buttons. They are needed to track progress. So you see, I have so many tasks here, not taking those which are in the project, and from those tasks I cannot do all of them during this week. So I mark tasks which I want to do this week. I mark them with orange, and when I mark them with orange, they appear in weekly plan. So then I have my calendar and I have my weekly plan. And basically after that, I basically forget about task. So then then calendar becomes your main place where you come. You have your weekly plan and you have your, let's say, your week, where you can already organize those tasks. And by making this updating status, making status to do, orange status, you also show for yourself and for other people that you started to work on it, right? So it's also information for other people if you have them on the team. Then when you completed the task, task go green. So this star becomes green, and here inside of the task you have a button completed. It's basically the same stars, it's just they have a bit different, like to understand what's actually written there. And when it's completed, you see it's green, but we also have a purple. Purple is done, done forever. When it's completed, it means that something is still not finished. And as you can see in this task, pricing update, it's written also, write an article about new pricing, right? So this work should be done, and therefore I mark the status as to do, and after that this task appears in my weekly plan. Very simple and very easy. And then, for example, this one, letter to Joshua, I have written this letter already, and yeah, so I wrote it here first, information, appoint the event. So basically this task is done, I don't need to think about this. So when I put the task purple, this task, they disappear from active button here, and then they go to the done. So here in the done filter, we call it filter, you can see all the tasks which you have ever completed. So we had here some sort of like bag which added 5,000 numbers. So actually, but you can still see how many tasks were accomplished already. It's around 6,000 or something.
All right.
Still a lot, yeah. So basically, you can still have them on the those tasks. You can still go to them to check them, so they do not disappear. So you have this information recorded. That's what's important. Okay, basically that's it what I wanted to tell with about tasks. Do you have any questions here? We could proceed forward.
Now we can proceed forward.
Very nice. Also, as just a small remark, you can see when you move around with the mouse, some elements they get like highlighted. It means that it's active element. So if you will click on it, something will happen. So for example, if I will click on number, it will sort the list by number. If I will click by name, it will sort by name. If I click by status, it will sort by status. So I can have, and I can sort it in two different ways. Okay. By definition, it's always by status, so that on the top you see you have green tasks, then orange tasks, and then white tasks. White star means that you have created this work, but you have not started, you have not planned it for the work this week. Simple as that. Okay, so then let's move to our second type of work, which is project. And as you can see, task and project, they look pretty similar. And that was my idea, to make a standard view that customers, that users do not need to learn a lot of new stuff. So when you go inside here, you can see, so what is it? It's ByCycle cycle number 2. Here I have some information when the cycle should be accomplished by 9 of June. I am way overdue. I have here some my goals written, I have my ideas written, and also here I have some specific tasks. You can see that they also have those stars, white, green, orange, and purple, and they basically works just the same way as normal tasks. So they are actually normal tasks. So if you will go inside of it, you will also see the same, totally same, 100% same view. The point is that if they will all be in the tasks, then task will become dysfunctional. So, and for this purpose, for a task from project to appear in task file, in task menu, it should have orange star. So when it gets orange star, first of all, it goes to calendar, as we know already, and second, it appears in task stuff. Here it is, describe your business model. If I will put white, it will disappear, but after. So when you change your form, then it disappears. So it makes, to make it easier, that no surprises for users. You know, I really don't like when I click something starts to happen, you know, and you have no idea what happens, something disappears, something appears, and you really don't understand what's going on here. Yeah, so basically project is the same work, only that this work as a task task consists of steps, project consists of tasks, right? Okay. So this is, we have some sort of scale, right? So if I will go, for example, here into draft article, you can see that here is also algorithm, so which I will follow to have good published article. And here is written everything what I should do to publish article on WordPress site. And it's easy to go, just follow those 9 steps, 9 simple steps, right? Okay. Yes, and some projects, they can follow some specific goal, you know, some specific goal, but some projects, they are more as a group, they work as a group for similar tasks. So for example, here I have ideas for development, they actually tasks, but I do not create them as tasks there because they are waiting. I do not know how much they will wait. But all the new ideas which I would like to introduce into ByCycle, I write them here into this project, which I call ideas for development. And then I just come from time to time here, and I think, okay, what we could work on, what we could move forward. That's it. Any questions so far?
I think they're just okay. I think everything is clear, especially about how well intuitive the projects are. Yeah, I think we can move forward.
Yeah, because I started, you know, I started with Microsoft projects back then, and it was so complicated even to create a project,
yes,
you know.
Yes, yes.
And I remember that
it's very complicated.
Yeah, I was working in the company, and we had a project manager especially to deal with this, because and still nobody was following those projects because they were very difficult to create, they were very difficult to update, then you miss some due date, and it's just you just sit all the time and you just doing stuff with project. Here idea is that you come, do something really fast, and then you go to creation phase. Yeah, as you said last time, you are a creative person, so idea of ByCycle not to take too much of your attention. And one last thing, here on the right side you see some tasks. They are basically active tasks, meaning which tasks is following in the row. So what is going right now. It's particularly useful when you have some standard projects, right? And for example, your customers, they order from you some specific work, and you organize this work in the form of project. And since it's all the same, for example, let's say that different people ask you to create a site for them, yeah, and one person asks another person, so it's a standard project. Then you just copy this project. We have here this button copy, it's right here. So when you will click, this project will copy, and then by looking on active tasks, you actually can understand already on which stage this project is, so how much of progress is done already. So it's and those stars, they actually also show the statuses of those tasks. So from this picture, you can already say very easily that this week Ragnar is going to work on the 3 projects, which is articles ByCycle, articles LinkedIn, RES, and SEO development. And the rest of projects, they are basically nothing is planned for this week, because none of the project of the tasks here has orange star. So also very easy to say what's my occupancy. It's especially useful when you have a team, which you will have soon, as only you start to organize yourself and you start to move and you start to receive resource, get resource, then team phase will eventually happen. Okay, so then let's move to our final type of work. It's event. Here you can see our event which we have today. So there is something written, workshop, but it was written for me. I wanted to prepare something for some ideas. Here is time. This time should be updated for 30. Let's say, let's do it like this, and save. So all the projects, all the events which you have, you put them here. What's the difference between task and event? Normally, task means that you work on it yourself, or you have some specific person like designated. But event means that it's some sort of meeting. For example, here there is startup advices, which will happen in virtual space this time, so where I want to participate. And when I put it here, orange, it also has statuses, it has only 3 status. It has white, inactive, then to go, and finished, right? And those events, they appear in the event list here, so I understand which events here are here. I can easily access them straight away. And here you can see in the calendar those 2 events, they are already here. They are closed in the calendar, so I don't need to do anything anymore. And if you go inside of the task of the event, you can see that it's exactly the same as a task, with only difference that task has algorithm, but event has budget. Since sometimes events or meetings are organized by you, sometimes they're organized by other people, most of the time actually. And maybe you need to go there, maybe you want some of them you need to pay. Maybe if some events which you really want to attend doesn't happen in your house, in your city, it happens in some other city or another country, so you need to buy stuff, then you can plan also your expenses here. And easy way, then from here you can see how much to pay and how much is paid already. So it's a really handy tool to deal when you have restricted resources, right? Yeah, and basically that's it what I wanted to say about events. Do you have any questions, or we could proceed forward?
I think it's very, very clear on the events. I like how they're able to really show you which events follow next, and they really help in terms of the budgeting structure. So I think it's very clear. We can proceed.
Good. So if you will compare task, how it looks like, compare event, you will see that they look really, really similar. Again, the same idea.
Look the same.
The same idea that you don't need to learn a lot, you just have all the standards. Really simple to understand what's going on here. And if in task, by definition, we have sorting by status, in event, we have by definition sorting by from. So you can basically they go in the chronological order. So 19 June, 21st June, 21st June, 29. Very simple and easy to understand, right? Yeah. Okay. Then 3 done. 4 to go. Right now we go to the 4th section. It's calendar. Maybe the most important part of the seminar. And then I will after calendar, I will talk about some additional functions of ByCycle which can bring some additional joy and boost your performance. So let's start first, I guess, with weekly plan. So we have this option. Sometimes you can close something if you basically want to concentrate, then you can keep it like this. So close or open forums, it's here. Yeah, and as well, you can see here stars, which we know already, but they work a bit differently. So all the tasks which are here, they are planned to accomplish this week. So actually, this is what I want to do this week. Yeah, if I would take 7 days of my time, I still have empty spaces, and I actually want to achieve it, but sometimes it takes too long. So you see, I have a list of them, and some of them are orange. Orange means when you will point on it, it will give you description. Orange means that it's planned for today. So for today, I want to also listen to complete SEO course. I want to apply to some FS6 programs, and I have some ideas which I want to accomplish. So I have here a list of just small ideas. This is actually I already accomplished. And the point of those orange stars, they just lift the task up the list. So for example, I want to work with pricing updates, right? And after you change the form, after reload, you see pricing update goes up the list. Why it's done like this? Because sometimes you can have 20 small tasks. Yeah, maybe sometimes you have one big task for a week, or sometimes you have 20 small tasks. And when you have a list of 20, 25 tasks for a week, and then you think which one you want to, it's really difficult, to found them. So the easiest way to stay focused on them is, first of all, mark them somehow, and second, put them up the list. So I just look on the up of the list. Basically, I ignore from concentration organization till startup industry as it is. I ignore it. I right now focused only on these four tasks. Yeah, on this one I'm not focused. For today, this is what, and all I'm thinking about, again, think, plan, create, record. All I'm thinking about is how to apply to FS6 programs, and how to complete SEO course. Also, I want to do this. I really want to do this task, but I don't want to jump into this task. I want to plan it. So it's planned for this week, and I consider it not to be that important for today. So I want first to do this stuff, since they have deadlines, and and then proceed forward. Yeah, and here I will make a small remark about what we started from, that I will share with you some really powerful insight about making this breakthrough and getting this stability with your everyday life. Is that sometimes, we tend to expect other people to provide us with some sort of support, maybe buy our product, maybe come to our meeting, maybe respond to our letters, maybe say some supportive words. So we expect a lot from people around us, and sometimes we don't get it, and this pushes our confidence and joy of life down. But actually, the behavior of other people cannot be predicted. You never know how people will behave. You never know what happens in their life. So you can never rely on other people in the perspective of achieving your goals and keeping your project alive. The only thing you can, because why you cannot rely, not because people are bad, but because you do not control other people. You do not know personal situation of other people. But what you can control, what you can actually do, you can control your weekly plan, and instead of thinking why this specific customer, for example, is not answering my email, or why this person is behaving this way into my direction, I'm better thinking about what I want to accomplish today. Because what my life actually depends upon, it depends upon my ability to accomplish weekly plan or not. That's the only how to say it, decisive point. So it's or it whether neither, it's yes or no, it's black or white. It's like that. It's like that. You are alive or you are dead. You are pregnant or not. You cannot be pregnant a little, right? A little pregnant. So it's or everything or nothing, like this kind of stuff. And this is what makes a huge shift into your perception of your personal life, of your goals, and everything what happens in your life. You ask yourself, not if I can get the something like please some people or get some behavior from other people which I actually expect from them, but you think about if I am able, first of all, to create a weekly plan, and second, to make it done. Like simple as that. Am I able, again, to plan my weekly work? Am I able to do it? And am I able to complete it? maybe not even all of it, but at least like 70%, 80%, let's say 80%, yeah, 80-20 rule. So that's what actually pushes you forward, and then you become some sort of free. It frees you from anything what happens around you, because the only thing which actually matters in your life, it's totally under your control, you know. And this thing which is totally under your control is your weekly plan. Only you decide what you put onto this weekly plan. Only you decide how you distribute those this work, how you spread it around the week, and you decide what you do today, what you do on Thursday, what you do on Saturday, and what you don't do on Sunday, you know, and that's it. And after that, you start. It gives you motivation. You wake up in the morning, you open your weekly plan. Let's say it's like this. You just check, go on it. You see it's not so much here, and you think, okay, I really want to do some ideas of that. I really want to do that. I really want to do that. That's it, and go shoot, you know. And then I go to create, and then each time when you click this button, it's like some sort of drug hit, you know. It's like dopamine hit, you know. It's a pleasure, you know.
Yeah.
Those people which sit in Facebook or TikTok or YouTube and just scroll, they also get those dopamine hits. It's basically, that's why those programs are so popular, because they feed people with cheap dopamine. But this dopamine which you get when it gets purple like this is earned dopamine, you know, and this is high level, high quality dopamine, which you have for yourself. And this gives you motivation, gives you inspiration to move forward. Right. Okay, so that was a bit from the previous, our first part, and now here about some technical stuff. Let's go, for example, next week. Yeah, you see it's empty. As you can see, some tasks, they have this sign of rounded arrow. It works very simple. It's just when you click Alt, hold the Alt button on your keyboard, Alt button or Control button, and then you just click one time, and it's or appears or disappears. This idea, it's when you create recurrent tasks. So you know that no matter what happens, but each week, each day of the week, this is happening, you know. So I give coaching in badminton, so I have here coaching session, I have here coaching session, and no matter what, it happens, you know. So I don't want to feel it every week, every time. It would be too much of meaningless work. So with the recurrency, you just make this click. So you have already start to create a structure of your week. Remember, as we spoke with you last time, each day of the week has its own energy, has its own flow, and understanding which day is what actually gives you a lot of structure, a lot of order in your life. Yeah, so, and what's important, if I will just delete this task, it's technical question already, it deletes the record from here, but it doesn't cancel recurrency. So if I will go to the next week, you will see that recurrency is still here. Why? Because I deleted the record from here because I decided that I will do something else, right? But next week I want to go and do this legwork kind of stuff. What else I can explain here? As you can see, we have 5 days element, and we have 7 days. 5 days and 7 days, they're mostly for teams which have employees which work Monday, Friday. Basically, they don't need to have 7 days, but for entrepreneurship style of people and people who want to really organize themselves, 7 days important. So we want to organize each day of our life. And this beautiful week 25 here, it's for a calendar, so that if you want to jump really fast to some specific week, then you go to calendar. And the beauty of it shows you the number of the week. Do you know how many weeks are in 1 year? 52. So you see we have 25, so we are just near the center of the year. So it actually shows you that life is passing by. Life is passing by. Again, additional reminder that you have restricted resources. Yeah. And adding here something to calendar is very simple. You just click and it works as an Excel table, since this specific calendar form was designed upon Excel. Before that, I was using Excel and it worked just the same way. I had my weekly plan and I just copy pasted tasks into calendar. Here you can actually drag and drop them. So you can take a task from weekly plan and just drag and drop it into calendar. Yeah, and some technical, you can choose several tasks. You can copy task, for example. I copy paste, like delete. So a bit of this stuff, you can copy them by dragging. You can, if you hit Alt, then you just move it, But all the stuff, it can be checked here. I will then follow and explain it how it works. Okay, so with calendar, I believe everything more or less clear. If you have any questions, let's discuss. If you don't, let's move on.
It's very clear. We can move on.
Yeah, and now the best feature of calendar, is here in the time. You see when I point of time, it gets highlighted, it changes color. So when I click on it, it gives me time report. So it shows me, yes, this time report is built upon the records in the calendar. Here you can see this number 168, right? Again, the question,
yes.
Do you know how many hours in 1 week? It's 7 by 24 and it's 168. So as you can see, my previous week is fully recorded in calendar, 168, and then I can go and I can check what's happening here. This one I more or less understand, it's sleeping, so I can already say that half of my week I slept. I like to sleep a lot, since sleeping is rejuvenating and sleeping is restoring your physical abilities. It's better sleep more, but eat less, actually. I say it as a badminton player. Then for ByCycle, everything what I do around ByCycle, it's with purple color. You can see that I managed to work with ByCycle more than I wasted time on some different stuff. And here I can see what was my time loss. So I consider gray color is being just some sort of loss, like waste. So sometimes it's you cannot avoid it, sometimes it just happens, so it's fine. But sometimes, for example, internet, maybe I could avoid it, because when I put internet, it means that I'm in media reading some news or something, So this is something what I want to cut from my life, yeah. And it gives you good insight. So from time to time you go here, you check it, and remember when I asked you, Chishomyo, what's your life about? And
yes,
and now you can see exactly what's your life about, So you come here and you can see 575 hours I recorded in calendar in May. From those 72 hours I worked with ByCycle, 22 with my legal business, 21 was eating, 122 was wasted in some kind of way, 183 was sleeping. So now I can understand what my life is about, and I really don't like this. So I have some sort of, right now, my personal challenge. I want that purple is more than gray, So because I understand that I want to come here and I want to see that, as it was previous week, that I want to come and I see that purple is winning, I am supporting purple team, and gray team I want to be on the bottom, that's also a boost of your morale, let's say. like in computer games you have morale and you have boost of your morale. I guess because you're a game developer. Yeah, so it's yeah, and beside that, when you
Yes.
have a team, when you will then have a team, you can click on any of your teammates and you will see also what's not maybe so much what their life about, but what they're doing in the
The
working time.
activities.
In the working time, so because you're paying to people to stay, so you pay for people for their time which they spent in the company and not for the
Yes.
scrolling in Facebook, right? So now you can go and you can see what the people are doing. Okay, with time report, it's more or less everything what I wanted to share. Any questions so far?
No, it's very, very clear.
Okay, and if you were doing some job for your customers, then you can always go here and make a report from in PDF. You just click this PDF or Excel file, and it downloads your basically what's here. So if I will put like this, it will download all the purple
Okay.
color, right?
Ah,
Okay, so
okay.
basically it's already additional functions because main idea is that we have work which can be divided into task, event, project. All these task, event, projects, you already organize them into calendar. So basically calendar is some sort of a place, a table, let's say, upon which, like your game board, on which you organize, you manage your different kinds of work. And this time report is one of additional functions, supportive functions, which can boost your morale, which can give you some insights, which can serve as a sort of honest mirror of your everyday existence. Yeah, then next supporting form, it's a chat. So as you saw, we have chat as well in task and event. In project we don't have chat,
Yes.
but maybe we will introduce it later, since normally people communicate on tasks themselves. But we also have uh, just normal chats. So for example, here I
Okay.
can create a chat which is dedicated particularly to some player. So I shared this chat with this player of my team, Mati Kuplowski, our front developer, and all we communicate here with him in this chat. With our another developer, we communicate another chat. So we have also we have a general team chat where we have all our teams, so we can write some updates. You see, so that's
Okay.
and one of the awesome features which I want to introduce into ByCycle, I want to introduce this machine learning algorithm or artificial intelligence functionality when what we write in the chat being analyzed by this artificial intelligence or machine
AI.
learning ML AI, right? And upon what's written, ML AI updates tasks or projects, creates tasks or projects. So that's the idea. Since the hardest way and why a lot of people actually bounce off using task management software because it's writing this work, it's really effort consuming, it's really energy consuming, attention consuming. But if artificial intelligence would do it for you, it would help you a lot of save you a lot of efforts, right? But this is a bit for further development already. Yeah, and here we also have uh, like a simple notepad just to write some stuff. Maybe you have some ideas. I write here some of algorithms also to work to simplify this work. So I have all algorithms here, so that when you start, for example, planning your regular tasks and create algorithm for those tasks, you can first write them here because it's very simple, and then just copy paste and create them already in the task itself.
Ah,
Yeah,
wonderful.
also it's possible to create some sort of documents, inner documents, you see, and I share these documents with all teammates, so that everybody can go and check the rules or some inner documents, that everybody has access to them, and they're here. They're not on the somebody's person private computer, and this person is somewhere on vacation, you know, and what's password to his computer, everybody, like, nobody knows, and client already calls, you know. I saw a lot of such kind of chaos back then. So this notepad function partially solves this issue. Yeah, and the third, like, fourth, maybe fourth supporting stuff, it's here we have instructions and support, and here written just basically step-by-step algorithms on how to perform one or another action in ByCycle.
Okay.
So if you want to open event file, it's here, like, click on this, second click, nota bene, basically simple as that. So very, very simple, very easy to use, and really handy. Moreover, actually, this is more like plan B. If you really in some troubles, you can go check something, how it works here. But the main idea, I really wanted to help people straight away. We have question marks, and when you click on the question mark, it gives you description of all the functions, major functions, which you can perform with this form. So create new task, open task file, activate quick edit mode, add task to calendar, status buttons, you know. So for example, I showed you one way of adding, it's by drag and drop, right? But another one, it's by shift and enter. So I just click on the task, and then I click shift and enter, and it puts it on the current time straight away, right now. Yeah, and you can learn it basically from here. Add task to a calendar, click on a task, to-do list, press shift plus enter, and that's it. Yeah. Or for example, here also how to add input, how to move or copy, expand, select several, set and static recurrency. I have shown it all to you already, but again, you have all just by your hand, you have some useful instructions. And if it's still not enough, then you go to support. It's just a normal chat. If you can see, it's designed exactly the way as a team chat is designed. And so you write here some request, and then we receive it on our side in admin panel, and we respond it. So we will try to do it as fast as possible. So you have 3 ways to get to learn the program. Yeah, and the final step here, it's more maybe not so important for you right now, but I really want that this function and this form would become important for you, because this is teams. This is the place where you manage your teams. So for example, I have Pantera Leo project. It's my legal company. So we have here 2 guys in this project, me and Alex, and I can go to this project, for example, just here, you see, and I can see here what tasks I have in this specific project. You see, I have finished a lot of this week already. Then you go to ByCycle. Wait, sorry. And here also you can see your people. So you can create new teams by clicking this button, or you can to existing team you can invite a new player. So you enter hero HD or email here, right? So basically what I was thinking, what we could do also, that I could provide you personal support, that we can create some additional team. It would be private team. So let's say, I don't know, onboarding, yeah, or welcome on board. Welcome on board, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you will be registered here, you just here in this corner you have your ID. You just copy, send it to me, and I will invite you here, and you will. And then if something, we can have a quick call that we can go and just work something, or you can maybe write me in team chat here, something that we could have faster communication, that we don't need to go to this LinkedIn, which is a big distraction, to be honest. I really don't like to go. Yeah, and when you want to dismiss somebody from your team, then you choose a person, you click chess and dismiss, and then you basically follow this stuff here. That's basically it. And what's important to know also, we have here two types. You see, we have some of them in regular and some of them in bold. Bold, we call it
Yes.
captain role. So the person with captain role have a function to add and dismiss players from, like to add people to the team and to dismiss people from the team. It's basically the main difference between regular people and captain. Not to make it this way, because we started with the way that everybody could invite anybody and could dismiss anybody. You know, it was a bit of the mess. But right now we have some sort of admin position, and that's how it works. Yeah, and one more, just to clarify how it goes, that calendar visible, it's basically you have the same calendar for all the groups, yeah, for all your teams, with only difference that when I go to calendar in Pantera, you can see I have the whole different weekly plan. When I go to ByCycle, I have a different weekly plan. So meaning that people on other team could basically see what happens in your different team, but for that purpose your status of this team should be public. If status is private, then nobody can see what's happening on another team. So people from this team, from ByCycle team, they can only see my calendar updates, my calendar records, which are written in this team. But people from Pantera Leo team, they cannot see my calendar, there. Let me show it to you. Where is it? Wait. Yeah, here. Wait. Here is one. I don't have another one. Okay, let me show you. So RS001, let's say, right? Save. So yes, now I invited myself. So here in my other profile, I receive invitation. I accept invitation. Yeah, and after I accept invitation, I appear in this list. But in this profile, I deal not as a Ragnar Sepp, I deal as the ByCycle promo. So now when I go to calendar, you see I see my calendar, but I also see calendar of Ragnar Sepp. But this is what I see. I see colors, but I do not see what's exactly is behind those colors, and I do not know what's the word there or what. It's closed for me. So all information in this perspective stays completely private, let's say. Yeah, and basically that's it. What I wanted to share about ByCycle, about its functions. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them.
I think everything so far is just okay. Yeah, I think the only question I would want to ask is on more clarification, especially on the chats feature. Yeah. How exactly on the chats feature?
Okay, here some downloading happening. So for example, this chat, okay, I create new chat, let's say team chat. Yeah. So I created a team chat, and right now you can see that only me is here. So I add also Ragnar Sepp here. So now we have two players, and now I can write to Ragnar, how are you? Ragnar, how are you? Yeah. And here I go to I believe this one. I have already so many of them. Yeah, and you can see red, it's one function I didn't tell you. It's notification, it's silent notification. It just highlights the places in the program which wants your attention. So I go here, and you can see that I received it. So I answer, I am fine, let's say, and this is how it works. Beside that, you can make some like this. Yeah, you can have some simple editing, coloring. You can add documents, attach file, and you can print it out as well. You know, similar idea we have here. We have also some editing functions and attaching file and publish and printing it out. Okay. Yeah, it's one thing, and another thing. Let's say here, for example, I want to appoint this task to Ragnar. Yeah, I am ByCycle Promo. My name is ByCycle Promo, and I want to assign Ragnar here. So, so here I can ask him some question, or I can write him. But also we have a function of this add. When you write add, it shows the list of people you can
send to.
Yes, you can send to. But this is me right now, so I'm dealing as Ragnar Sepp, so I can write only to ByCycle Promo. So hello, for example, yeah. And then when we go to ByCycle Promo profile, where it is, it's Ragnar Sepp, so we go here. Here we can see that it's written also hello. So this is how it works.
Okay.
So you have a task. This chat is designed particularly for this specific task, so that then you will, when you will, for example, close task, and then let's imagine that some work was not done to the highest satisfaction of the customer, and then customer writes something to you, and then you open this finished task, and you can check all the information, all the algorithm, what steps was done, and all the communication about this task. You know, you can see what's happening. It's particularly handy when you have several people on the project again, which I really want you will have at some point. And then, for example, two people communicate with each other, and you can just, you don't need to ask to write, for example, to Irina or to Mati, like what's with this task or with that task, what's happening here, what's happening there. You just go to all players and you see the whole picture, the entire picture. So I can already say that Irina have finished this task. She's working on these two tasks. I have these tasks. Pavlo, he is in vacation. Mati, he is not, hasn't planned anything for this week. So I can see it. And then I can go inside the task, and if there we see how here there was a lot of communication happened, and you can go and see what's the story, and it's really handy tool in this case, you know. But for other purposes, you have, for some simple, or for example, we have top management chat where we just want to discuss some tasks or some questions regarding the entire management of the company. So you have some specific task for that. Some here for VC investments, so you have some specific task chat for that. So then you can go and understand what's communication like happened there. And I already have a lot of ideas of how to improve it. Basically, it's not the final stage. I really want to improve it. It's all in the project of development, but but I cannot. It's already 5 years. I'm only improving. But I already want people to come to try ByCycle and to give like some sort of honest feedback that Ragnar, we tried, and honest feedback, ByCycle sucks. Or Ragnar, I tried and it's game changer. Everything changed. Now I'm working, no procrastination. I deleted Facebook. I deleted Instagram. I am going to LinkedIn one time per week for 15 minutes, let's say, because I really value my attention right now. So ByCycle works, and I really want as many people as possible to use ByCycle. You know, that's what I actually right now want to achieve. What's my my goal? I want to get the feedback honest feedback from which comes from actual practice, and people would say me, Ragnar, we used it, and that's the deal. And then I'm really curious what people will say to me, stuff like that. Yeah. I hope I answered your question. You see, I really love ByCycle. I put a lot of creativity there. I really worked on the pixels, with colors. We changed the design 4 times or 5 times. In the beginning, ByCycle looked exactly like Excel, because it was designed in the Excel. But it's a different story. It's a whole different story. Yeah, I will write an article about that somehow. Okay, so I promised you that we will spend 30 minutes. We spent exactly 60 minutes and 20 seconds. So I really thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions or suggestions, I'm all to listen.
I think on questions, I'm very clear. Yeah. And on suggestions, I am yet to experience it. So I think I'm going to keep using ByCycle. And I'm going to see how it goes. Yeah, but so far, it has really helped a lot, especially in the thinking and planning phases of any project. So I hope to keep using it, and I see, how far it can go.
And the major idea of ByCycle, still, what's it really helps. It really helps to establish focus. When normally we just live, just life is happening. Drinking coffee, like hanging around. But then you become like focused. Okay. I have a task, I have work to do, I have some purpose, I really want to achieve something today already. Revolution starts today. But then you go to ByCycle, you see your weekly plan, you focus on your weekly plan, you hit, when it hits purple, you feel okay, it's I'm doing it, it's like, it's really feeling of this lifting up. You're like, oh, I'm flying, I can achieve a lot. And then world really starts to change around you, and stuff which was unimaginable before becomes like regular already. So okay, I have final questions. When do you register with ByCycle?
I'm going to register today, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that I thought we could do the registration through mobile. So I'll just have to go onto my computer and log onto it from the browser and register from there.
Yeah. Short notice about mobile version is the first to be developed when we will resume development. Right now we gather community around ByCycle, and still we need to understand that technical capabilities of laptop and technical capabilities of smartphone, they are completely different. And when we will develop stuff, our mobile application, it will still be restricted version of browser version, since you can even think about this stuff. When you see, for example, when you go somewhere, let's say to a coffee shop or to some place, and you see people sitting with laptop, you assume that this person is working, right? Like normally, you assume that this person is working. If you see the person sitting with telephone, you assume that this person is scrolling on Facebook.
Just browsing.
Yes, so just scrolling, because this is what we see. When I go around, I see people sitting with a laptop. 95% of those people are working. I see people going around with telephones. 99.999999999. It's they actually just scrolling, not doing anything.
Just scrolling.
So that's why ByCycle shines on browser first of all, and mobile version would be only to support, to do some fast, quick actions, to update status, to write something to chat, to close some task, to fast add some tasks. So to add some ideas, like really fast, but it will not be like a powerful planning and recording tool as laptop, just because technical capabilities are really different. Yeah, and really final stuff. When you register, to simplify your integration registration, we have there already 3 tasks ready for you,
Okay.
and you just go and like finish them, read them, and try to finish them, and they basically help you to to start, you know, because
All right.
the most complicated part in work planning and work organization is writing, recording information into the system.
Yeah.
This is the hardest. This is the hardest. So we really try to help you with this kind of stuff. Okay. 1 hour 5 minutes. Again, thanks a lot for your attention. And as only if you will need any support or any feedbacks, just write me, and we will proceed, or maybe we'll make some fast sessions so that we can really fast, maybe just call for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes. You have some question and you can just fix it and proceed. But in general, after what I told you already today, ByCycle should be already 90% clear to you, and I believe
Yes.
Okay, so if no more questions, then let's proceed. Let's go forward, right? Okay, Chishomyo.
Now we can go forward.
Yes, thank you for your participation. I do hope that ByCycle will be life-changing tool for you, and all the best. Bye bye.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye bye.